I've seen an invite. That's what I need left. An invite. So it's you guys couldn't hear anything because I was muted. I was trying to get in the lobby, but we should be able to hear now. If you can hear, please tell me. Say yes in the chat. Anyways, let's go. Are we late? Oh, we're not. Ah, that's nice. That is nice. We're not late. Loud and clear. Okay, good. Thank you. Loud and clear. We had no comms, and I literally just woke up. I'm not gonna lie. I was up. I'm always up really late. I literally just woke up. So and I saw when I woke up, I looked at my phone. I was like, no comms. So all right, let me help them then, because it'd be nice to watch. Few rounds to go. We want to see what's happening. We all want to see what's happening in the league. So and I'll doing comms again tomorrow for tier three. Hopefully that one is going to be another interesting race. They should be able to go now. I believe they've been waiting for me for so long. They can. You guys can ready up now. Don't have to wait for me anymore. Like, this has been a longer than 5 minute break for sure. If you don't go now, I'm just gonna have a smoke break. Yeah, your tires are probably cold now. Actually, fuck your tires. Your wheel is probably even cold now. Your whole car is cold. You might have to start it up again. The suspension is cold. Engine is cold. Tires are cold. Everything is cold, just waiting for me. I'm sure the grid is even cold too, waiting for me. Let's go. Two lights, it's three lights, four lights, five lights ahead of the drivers. It's Japan. It's round 13. Foot to the floor and go, go, go. The Visa RB gets a good start in pole position. Silky will keep his place in front of WBA, but his teammate Fred out of track and is going to lose places now. One, two places down to P5 ahead of Kingy OG. Not the best start for the Visa RB of Fledge, but now he's going to have to make those places again. The Ferraris in a good position now in this race. The Ferraris, honestly, this season, back end of this season, has been one team that really picked up the pace and picked up their standards. And you can see that in the constructors how they are making up the places. But you, but it's an all round thing for the team. Every tier, every driver has been improving, and it's nice to see. And we'll see how much they can recover going to the end of the season. Remember, there is double points at the end, so there's still a lot of points to grab in this league. And we go head to Fletch, who is 17th ahead of Kingy. Kingy will struggle to get ahead of Fletch. I know that for sure. Fletch is quite good at using cars that have great straight line speed, so I know his car definitely will have enough to keep that kick Sauber behind, especially in a track like Japan, which is quite difficult. As Scrunchy now is overtaking Angry Badge around the outside. Clean move from the Red Bull as he clears that Aston Martin. His teammate is going to be behind him, but his teammate is going off. Doggy goes off there. That's a clip. That's a clip right there as he clubbers the bollard and destroys it. Doggy down to P13. Quite funny enough. Oh, he's off again as Doggy has. Funny enough, I was about to say Doggy has a white car and he has a blue car. Interesting from the Red Bulls. Different liveries on both Red Bulls today. Doggy's on the Red Bull of the Visa RBs, which is quite interesting. Close to the Red Bull, the livery of them, not the exact same, but close to it. Which is interesting. Morg Massey, the only driver starting on hard, so his strategy is different here. He'll be hoping no safety car comes out because if you watch the race yesterday, you'll see that a safety car coming out when he's starting on hard. It's not really to your best of luck. You'll see if Fletch can have that luck today not to get that safety car. Japan is one of those tracks that is famous for no safety cars, so I would not be surprised if he doesn't get one and his strategy works to perfection. But for now, he's going to have to hold the drivers in front close by. We're going to be looking for the overtakes. That's the only way this could be an interesting watch. It's going to be difficult to find them, but I will try my best. I head to the front now. F1 hack behind Jaja Big, who has the DRS to defend from him, but he's slowly losing the time. It's F1 hack now. We'll use that DRS to hold on to Jaja, but Jaja will fall out of WBA's DRS. He's going to slightly go wide there. It means the Ferrari is going to put more pressure on him now, and that means he's fully out of that DRS, and he has to think about defending Iron Chin off track, losing 2 places down to P12. A mistake from the Alpine, the only Alpine on track. Has a lot of responsibilities to get as much points as possible. I don't think an Alpine race yesterday. They're having the worst of luck coming to the end of this season. But Silky Steve is our championship leader and our race leader, feeling comfortable in front as he's pulled away from the DRS of WBA now. Looking like it to be another race win for the Visa RB team and for Silky. King OG will keep his fight on. He will not give up this one as Bevan behind him is putting pressure on the kick Salva, who has the pace. to catch up to the Visa I'll be in front? Is the question. They might have to think about that. If Bevan has a bit more pace than Kingi in front, maybe a swap will be the best situation for them. But Moody now in Kickstarter is catching up to Bevan. This is exactly what his team needs. King Yoji needs his teammates to help him here. A little Fletch, 1.1 seconds behind F1 Hack. His tires are starting to get good enough, but it's not into that DRS just yet. So he has to wait. No overtake is going to be made. It's still going to be how they were at the start of last season. Actually, Bevan is going to make that move on the kick salva of Kingi OG, and he now moves up to P6. I feel like I know the setup my drivers are using, and they didn't ask me if they could change it a bit. But I feel like the kick salvas will struggle with the straight line speed today with the setup they are using. It's an early F125 setup. It's quite heavy on the wings to keep you on track, but I don't think that's needed on the game. They could have gone less on the rear wing, and you clearly see that the pace difference is much. 1 second now that Bevan is ahead of Kingi, or maybe, just maybe, Kingi is struggling here because his teammate has caught up to him. We'll see if they make this switch. We'll see if team orders will come into play. No DRS, no moves can still be made. Maybe Mogmasi on Hack in front. That is what we can see. But Hack has had the arrest from Jaja. Still hasn't gotten past the Williams. It's notoriously difficult to overtake in Japan just because of the final chicane before the one of the only overtaking zones that you have apart from heading down to 130. When you head to this chicane, it's quite difficult to keep close enough to the driver in front of you. And Hack been close enough this time around? Will he get it going down the straight? His speed is as accelerated on the Williams. He dives down the inside. The Williams will try to hold it around the outside, but he completes that move. What a move from the Scuderia. And Hack is up to P3. So 2-3 for Ferrari right now. He has cleared Jaja Bing. It's an audacious move on the inside. And Jaja is now going to be under pressure from Mogmasi behind. King Hyoji has been overtaken by his teammate Moody, so it's clear that King Hyoji is probably just the one struggling here. Moody has that pace, and we'll see if the kick salvers work together here, or Moody will just pull away from his struggling teammate, who's also off track there, and is now going to be under pressure from Epic Friendship. King did tell me that he's had issues with his wheel settings, said that he was racing on PC and might have messed it up. So he's clearly struggling, and we'll see how much he can recover his race here. But his teammate is flying as we head to the front. F1 Hack and WBA can work together here. This is where teamwork comes to play because WBA knows he can't catch up to Silky Stevens. There's no need to even try. It might be best to slow down, give your teammate that DRS, and just follow each other all race to stop him being overtaken. And there you go. That's what the Ferraris decide to do. Alex will slow down for F1 Hack to catch up to him, and he will have that DRS, keeping Jaja Bing away from him. But Jaja can't keep himself away from Mogmasi, who will look to the inside here and clear Jaja on those hard tires. Are starting to kick in lap 6, as always, as Mogmasi has gotten into P4. And Jaja Bing tires are starting to fall off. I say Ferrari on the belting weekend. Keep it going, lads. Yeah, let's see how. I think they can score the most points this weekend if they can finish both on the podium or both in the top four today. They just need another set of good results tomorrow to get the most points for the weekend, and that will be a lot of confidence boost for the Ferrari team going to the end of the season. Now they can show us how much teamwork they have. Who is the quicker one is the question they'll be asking themselves now, because I know definitely Warner and Stephanie Luke will be helping their drivers and teammates. We'll see which of these Ferraris is going to be the one to lead the pack here. It has to be the one that's quicker. And it's a very difficult discussion to have with your teammates sometimes. It's a very difficult thing to look at. As Moody is now behind King OJ again, Looks like he made a mistake. Is that damage on his wing? Moody there. No, it's not damaged, but it looks like he's made a mistake and he's now behind King G again. But kicks Albers struggling, like I said. I'm not surprised it's happening to them. I'll see if they can recover it. But the Ferrari now is going to be overtaken by Mogmasi. Not good teamwork here from the Ferraris because it's clear that Hack does not have DRS, but he can hold it around the outside. Fletch goes for a spin. Fletch has gone for a spin, trying to move on that Ferrari. The Ferrari held it around the outside, gave the space to the kick Sauber, but it seems like the contact was inevitable and Fletch is down to P12. Another race, another incident for Fletch. A season that he could have been a championship contender, but it's always something going on with him, destroying what he has built and all that fight that he had. And I was about to move on to the podium, and now he's down all to the top 10. And side by side, epic Frenchie and the hearts of Adam the Sweet. Frenchie goes off because of the move around the Sweet. The Aston Martin is going to try around the outside as they head to the hairpin. He can't make that move though. The Alpine is putting pressure on him, Iron Chin. And the race is starting to turn up here. What was the momentum as Angry Badger on the grass there? But Iron Chin is not close enough to make that move. And he's hitting up here. The kick salvers, seeing the drivers behind them, have to be thinking about working together for sure. And Silky is leading the way in front comfortably. The Ferraris very, very lucky there. And now they have to tell WBA, you have to hold on to your teammates. He's quicker than Jaja being behind, so he can stay away from them. Just push enough that you stay just a second ahead of your teammates, and you can give him the DRS back to back to back. Because if you let him lose that DRS again, what happened with him and Fletch can happen again. So Ferrari, work together. You need to work together here. We want to see them work together. So, because teammates working together to get results is always very nice to see, especially in Formula One. I will see exactly what the Ferraris can do today. Iron Shin is behind Angry Badger, can't get past him. French is trying his best to dispatch off Adam the Swiss, who is a reserve driver from Tier 3, by the way. And a big shout out to Adam the Sweet. Very good driving from him as he's slightly off there. And he's up here in Tier 2, and it's not going to make it easy for them. Epic Frenchie, though, will have that DRS on him when they do head to the straight. Will he look for it on the 130 yard? Going a bit deep there. Almost in the back of Adam. That will kill his momentum. He's going to have to recharge and set up his car for the overtake. And that is the issue here. A lot of people do not recharge properly. Clearly, Frenchie heading down to the. Oh, I see he's going down the inside. Adam Smith on a mistake. Frenchie can complete the move before they even go down the straight. Adam Sweet clearly has that straight line speed advantage on him, as Hack is now right behind his teammates. Will he make the overtake on his teammates, or will he stick behind knowing his teammate is doing him in service here? As Frenchie and Adam Frenchie will go deep. Frenchie will touch the grass. Frenchie will go around. And that's another Red Bull who's gone round trying to make an overtake on a Ferrari engine. Car's 10-second penalty. Mong Massey speeding. He's retiring. Why? Why will you retire? I know Deck is not going to be happy. Even me as a competitor, as a Kickstarter TP, I don't want to see that. Why would you retire? There's no need to retire. The race isn't over. You have hards on. A safety car can come out. Anything can happen. And that is not going to be looked. That's going to be looked down upon by the Visa RB teammates of Fletch for sure. And I do not want to be in that garage tonight, as WBA is still behind his teammates with that DRS. Ferraris are looking good here, still in that podium position, but the podium position is going to be quite difficult to fight for because Bevan and Jaja Bing are not making it easy for them. They're still in that 1.7 buffer, and even 7/10 of an improvement from Jaja will see him get back into the DRS of the Ferrari. Silky Stevens knows that he has to win now that his teammate is out of the race. There's no if, buts, or maybes. He has to win, and he also has to try not to get penalties, because an extra 2 points will be as valuable as gold right now for the Visa RB team. But Massey, with a rage quit for sure, is out of the session and out of the contention for points today. As Bevan 8 tenths behind Jaja Bink, still not close enough to the Ferrari. Jaja is doing a great job to defend from the McLaren behind. But McLaren knows that Jaja does have the pace, so it might not push too hard. But saving ERS is so important here at Japan. As coming into the pit, Adam the Sweet Dog will also follow him into the pit. Actually, Dog staying out. That is Epic Fresh. Angry Badger is the one going in. Both of them going to the pit. Oh, oh, okay, that was weird. He looked like he was just parked there. And it was definitely a glitch. As Epic Frenchie has come into the pits for hard tires. Will he get past the Aston in front? No, he will not. Epic Frenchie is all the way at the back. But he can go to the end now on those hard tires. And we'll see how much he can recover his race after that spin when he wins for an overtake. But WBA now slightly falling out of DRS of his teammates. And that means Jaja, like I said, has to cut 7 tenths from the driver in front. And he's done so, and he is now getting close to the DRS of the Ferrari, and the Ferraris have to think about it once again. This is another opportunity. F1 hack. There's no one in front of you that you're going to catch. Hold on for your teammates. That is what the TP should be telling them for sure. You're not going to catch Yuki Stevens. Hold on for your teammate to make sure he's the one behind you, because if he's the one behind you, you can save ERS knowing he's not going to go for an overtake there. You're just pulling him along. And that is exactly what they are doing. But the question now is, since they are both on medium tires, which of the Ferrari is going to get the undercut on the other one? I believe the Ferrari should cut the one leading first, because you can't. Oh, as Jaja Big hits it, Bevan hits it, and here we go. It's going to be an interesting one to watch. Where will Jaja and Bevan come out relatively to the Ferraris, because they decided to extend their stint and they can't come in on the same lap. So one of them is going to have to do one more lap after this one, and that is definitely going to lose him a lot of time. And the Ferrari is going to lose their podium position here. This is very interesting to see Jaja and Bevan out on those hard tires that will be going to the end of this race, as the Angry Badger behind is going to make that move on the Haas, and he uses that ERS and the energy. He's looking for it on the inside, but it's not close enough. He's going to keep it safe and let Adam stay in front of him. Smart decision from the Aston Martin there, as Dog comes out right behind his teammate, and the Red Bulls can try to head to the end and get the points that they certainly need. Jaja being now on the grass, almost losing it there. That is not what you need when you need to catch up to the driver in front that you're trying to undercut. He's pushing very hard, clearly, and he's away from Bevan, 3 seconds away from Bevan. I don't know if that was a real bad stop from Bevan, because they were like 1 second a split when they headed into the pits. But maybe Bevan made sure that he didn't speed into the pit lane. Like I always say to my drivers, it's better to be slow into the pit lane than to it's better to be slow into the pit lane than get a 10-second penalty. Bevan Moody now is 4.4 seconds behind WBA. Don't write off Moody. And who will be going to the pits first? Kick Salvas too also have to think about it. It is Moody. Kingy OG is going to have to sacrifice. Go for one more lap. WBA was the one who had to sacrifice. He was behind Hack. So if you're unlucky and you're behind your teammates, you're going to have to be the one going on one extra lap. Kingy and WBA will be the ones doing that right now, and we'll see exactly where they come out. Jaja Bink coming out of the final corner. Is he going to get ahead of the Ferrari in this one? Surely he's not. Yes, he's not. F1 Hack will stay ahead of Jaja Bink. Bevan is not going to get ahead of F1 Hack 2. And nice stop from the Ferrari. He's going to keep that provisional podium position. Now up to his teammates. He has to have the perfect in lap here. And if his teammate definitely is pushing hard, he has the ERS saved in his car. He's going to use as much as possible as he's heading into the pits on this lap for sure. Suki will keep extending his tires because he's all the way in front, leading this race with so much ease. But Suki will definitely be thinking about a pit stop soon. WBA now. We're going to head to him and we'll see exactly where Jaja and F1 Hack come out relatively to WBA. Will the undercuts be bad for his teammates? Will WBA get ahead of Hack when he does come into the pit? It's going to have to be an exemplary in-lap if he wants to do so. As he comes out of the chicane now, he's going into the pit. Silky is also into the pit, and WBA will be going in. We're going to head down now to F1 Hack. They are coming down to 130. Yeah, the fast left-hander, and to the female chicane where we saw 18 Tenor and Prost come together in a very, very iconic moment as the Ferrari of F1 Hack is coming out of the corner. WBA still in the pit. That's coming out now. Will he be ahead of his teammate? Behind his teammate? We'll see. He's going to be behind his teammate. Is he going to be behind Jar Jar Bing? Yes, he will. Is he going to be behind Bevan? No, he will not. Very crucial for the Ferrari now, and they can work together to clear Jar Jar Bing, and the undercut works for the Williams, and it was clear that was going to happen, but WBA will have 2 laps fresher hards than the driver in front, and that is definitely going to be an advantage for the Ferrari, and we'll see how much he can cook here. Iron Shane still leading this race, right ahead of Silky Stevens. Actually slowing Silky Stevens down here. Silky was 7 seconds ahead of Hack, and now be stuck behind Iron Shane. He's 3 seconds ahead. Will Iron Shane defend very hard going to the corner here? Yes, he will. He's using all the ERS, and this race doesn't stop to give us more and more action as F1 Hack knows exactly what's happening in front. He's pushing hard to try and see if he can catch that gap. 2 seconds now, under 3 seconds for the Ferrari down the straight. He's going to use all that ERS. Silky has to get past Iron Shane ASAP. Iron Shane definitely will be going into the pits on this lap, but the amount of time that the Visa RB has lost is clear to see as Iron Shane going into the chicane. He's going to lose even more time for Silky here, and he is staying out. Can he keep Silky behind? Surely he cannot. Silky has the traction. Silky has the straight line speed. Silky has the DRS, and he has the inside. He's going to clear Iron Shane, but that is a lot of time lost for Silky. Can Hack now turn up the speed and catch up to the Visa RB in front? I don't see it happening because Silky is clearly the quicker driver, but anything can happen in Formula One as WBA is now struggling to catch up to Jar Jar Binks. So the Ferraris might have had a strategy blunder here. I feel like one of the Ferraris should have pitted the lap that Jar Jar Bing and Bevan pitted, and the other one pitted a lap after. They went a lap too late, and that is going to screw WBA for sure. But Hack will still keep his podium position. He's now the one catching up to Iron Shane, so he is now going to be the one losing time because of Iron Shane. But Iron Shane going to the pits, I mean, he's been out there on these mediums for the longest time. They should be crying to him right now. I don't know how he's handling that car, but they should be absolutely crying and praying and hoping that he takes them off. But Iron Shane doesn't care. He's going to be ahead of that Ferrari, who is now slightly losing time to Silky in front. Silky needs this because he did lose time to the Ferrari behind, being stuck behind Iron Shane. And here we go. Will we go into the pits, your opinion, or is he going for another lap? Does he just want to race guys here? Because I don't see the reason for his strategy. And yep, he's going in now. The Ferrari will clear him, and he will have the DRS gotten from him to try and chase down Silky Stevens now with the clear air. As WBA is under pressure from Bevan, will not get overtaken by the McLaren. Moody is behind Adam the Sweet. Adam the Sweet did go earlier than everybody else, but on medium, so he's going to have to go on fresh tires soon. Moody is going to have to clear him as soon as possible. Angry Badger has gotten by Kingy OG, who is struggling even more now. Seems like the sensitivity stuff is really a problem for him. And in his championship fight with Silky Stevens, this is not the best events for Kingy OG today. But his teammate Moody is having a very good drive now, and he has to clear the house of Adam the Sweet in front on those mediums that will start to fall off soon. And he has fresher hards behind him. And Silky now is showing his pace once again and will pull away from Hack behind. Jar Jar Bing doesn't have the pace to pull into Hack. WBA just keeping Bevan away. Like the Ferrari would not have that DRS, but he has a little bit of an advantage when it comes to the tires on Jar Jar Bing in front. So going to the end of this race, we will see if he will reel in that Williams. He's going to have to do better with the ERS. It's all about ERS management in this game. You have to be very good at managing how much battery you have, and you see how much time you'll be able to gain on drivers when you do so. Even sometimes on very old tires, if you can have very good battery management, as if Bevan has a very good exit there, he's going to go around the outside of McLaren. What a move from him. The Ferrari is going to go wide, and he's now down to P5. Brilliant stuff from Bevan, who goes up to P4 and now can chase down Jar Jar Bing. Is it going to be a podium for the McLaren? A much needed podium for the team with the most woes this season. After winning the Constructors last season, it hasn't been the best season for the McLaren. And moments like this is exactly what the team would love to see. Bevan is fighting for a podium. And does he have the pace to reel Jar Jar Bing in? That is the question that he's asking himself now. F1 Hack is going to secure that P2, but the strategy for the Ferraris might have messed up his teammates here. Adam the Sweet still keeping Moody behind. Moody's now under pressure from Angry Badger just because of that car, the Haas in front of him of Adam the Sweet, who is doing a great job to keep Moody away. Moody has the DRS, but doesn't have that straight line speed clearly to clear Adam the Sweet here. Adam the Sweet, he's shown that in this race that his straight line speed is a lot, and Moody has to set it up. Moody has to recharge as much as possible. Sitting on medium here is probably not the best option. Might be better to sit on none throughout that fast corner and recharge as much as you can. But now he's going to be very close to Adam, and he's going to have the DRS. He has to get it at this moment. Adam is going to use all his ERS to keep that Kick Sauber behind, and it seems like he can do so. Kick Sauber is gaining on him. He's going to go round the outside the kick. They make a bit of contact, and Adam is going to keep the kick behind, but they're going to be wheel to wheel again as they head to the yeses. Can Moody clear him? Yes, he can. A beautiful move from the Kick Sauber, and he moves up to P6. He's driving out of his skin here, Moody. A great performance from him as he clears Adam the Sweet and is now up to P6. Does he have the pace to catch up to WBA? 10 laps to go in this one. He's showing that he has a lot of pace. And we'll see if he can get up to the Ferrari and to Bevan. It's not out of the question. He'll have to catch them about 5/10 a lap if he does want to catch up to them, which is a lot, and we'll see what if Moody can do that. Adam the Sweet and Angry Badger surely are going into the pits once again. So Kingy OG will make that place on them and move up to P7, and that will be another 6-7 for the Kick Sauber. Did I really just say that? That would be another 6-7 for the Kickstarter because yesterday Merck and I finished 6-7, and it looks like the other Kickstarter are going to finish 6-7 again here today as Angry Badger, before they get to 130, will clear Adam the Sweet and move up to P7. He's not going to have the DRS on Moody in front, who slightly has caught up to WBA, slightly, but it's not enough. Only 3/10 since he overtook the Haas of Adam the Sweet. But it's not over yet. We'll see exactly what happens because WBA has that dirty air as Adam the Sweet now clears Angry Badger once again. It seems like Adam the Sweet's straight line speed and that DRS helped him easily clear the Aston Martin of Angry and back to P7. Angry is not going to give it up for sure, and they will continue to fight. Kingy OG will use this opportunity to start to get closer to them. Moody certainly missed last week, even though Batman did do a great job replacing him, getting a P6. So well done to him. Moody is back, and he's back with a groove. And it looks like he's just going to have to sit with P6. Now, this is the interesting fight to watch. WBA's tires are now better than Bevan's. I mean, they've always been better than Bevan's, but going into the end of this race, it was going to be clear. Bevan doesn't have the pace to catch up to Jaja, but WBA has that pace. Bevan is going to show you a defensive masterclass for sure. Because WBA is behind him now. This three-way battle is still going on. Like I was saying before, I lost the mic there. I don't know how long I was muted, but Jaja Bing, a good race from him today. We should give him his flowers. Good strategy, good driving, no foot wrong, and he's definitely going to get that podium that he certainly needs for his own confidence. As the McLaren can't keep that Ferrari behind. Moody is just watching and hoping that he can pick up the places, but it's going to be quite difficult as they are fighting for this P4. 5 laps to go in this one. Silky is definitely going to be a race winner as long as he keeps that car facing straight to the last thing the Visa RB team wants to see right now is Silky making a mistake 5 seconds ahead of the Ferrari. As these three have set their podium for sure. Bevan, can he pull away from WBA? Moody certainly will be needing that if he wants to overtake the Ferrari. As Bevan, it's quite difficult to overtake. He knows how to defend. He knows how to get a good exit out of corners to make it difficult for you to get close to him to make that overtake on the McLaren. As the one-time constructors champion and tier 3 reigning champion, so to show you why he has silverware to his name, and he will continue to defend from the Ferrari of WBA behind. Who has the better ARS management is the question. Moody is burning here. Honestly, from one advice I have for drivers here, what Moody just did there, there's no need to burn. You're not going, even if you don't get the DRS, it doesn't matter. Just keep on, save as much ARS as possible because you're not going to catch them on this lap. You're not going to overtake them on this lap. Save as much ARS as possible. Stay away from them, even if it's about 1.5 seconds for like 2 laps, and get that ARS up to 90%. Then boom, attack. That's what ERS is about. ERS management is so important. On the next game, it's not going to be as important. But sometimes losing time to gain time is the strategy you have to think of. Sometimes you're going to have to lose time to the drivers in front to gain time. So if you're in that DRS and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to save up, stay away from him for a while, get into the 100 and boost to get by him. And it works. It absolutely works as WBA now is slightly falling off the McLaren of Bevan now. These two, they are all saving ERS as much as they can. You can clearly see same amount of ERS on every car. So they're all doing a great job here. So that's even going to make it more difficult to see any overtake being completed. And it might just stay like this to the end of the race. That's our problem with Japan. And thank God it's not any finale this season because that'll surely be quite a boring finale. As Iron Shin has caught up 1 second to King Eugene. That's the last time we checked. Now Kingi does have enough time behind him to keep that P7 for sure. As Moody now is using that average down the straight once again. Like I said earlier, it might just be better to save it rather than to use it to keep close to them. And that will mean that he can't complete the move. But with the Ferrari have the momentum here, no, it's a great exit from the McLaren in front, and that surely will keep the Ferrari behind. Bevan, 3 more laps to do this. Can he keep him behind? He's driving out of his skin here. F1 hack, a great race from him. Both, honestly, great race from both Ferraris. Even if F1, WBA finishes in the top 5, it's still a great result for him and his team. They're still scoring the most points this week after a finish. After I think it was 4 and 8 for the Ferraris yesterday. And we'll see what happens for them. So F1 Hack and WBA, well done here. But can F1 Hack keep Moody from overtaking him? Can he keep WBA from overtaking him, Bevan? I think he can do so. He's been doing this for so many laps now. He's definitely going to keep WBA behind. Oh, as he touches a bit of the grass there. You don't want to go on the grass too much there, because that could see you head straight into the wall. And this is the time now not to get penalties. I have to make sure that you do not get a 3-second penalty here. There we go. Bevan is pushing hard now down that straight once again. All of them with the same amount of ERS have they've been going into 130 for the fourth lap in a row now. So it's clear they are doing the same thing on the ERS over and over and over again. And if that thing isn't working, it might be better to do something different. Just like hack now. Okay, let's. I hope okay let's sit on hack. I don't want to sit on onboard. I'm not sure if the sound if it sounds really bad. I know it has been sounding really bad the onboards. So let's sit on WBA right here and look at the way he saves that ERS. So what are we doing is throughout these corners, throughout these S's, you do not touch that ERS. So let's see if he does that. He's doing that, yeah, saving a lot of that ERS to these S's. You put a squirt here just coming out of this corner just to give you a bit of momentum. Or if you don't need to do so if the driver in front of you is quite close, like Bevan is. So he's using medium there a bit. This is where you should use none again. I see you should use none here, then use overtake coming out of this corner. Get straight back into none to recharge it, but he's still on medium. That is exactly what I'm talking about. You should be on none here. You could have saved an extra like 6% on that ERS, then use that 6% down the straight to hold on to Bevan. Get back on none as you head down to the straight. Like you just have to keep getting just keep getting back on it. Use it throughout this corner coming out of here. Then you put a squirt of ERS as you head down this straight. Then you hop on the medium. Once you head to 50%, you don't need any more of that ERS. Stick behind Bevan. You have the momentum, but Bevan is still in front. Bevan has done a great job to save his on ERS, and now he's going to have that DRS advantage. Can he get the exit on the McLaren in front? No, he climbs the curb. That surely is not going to help him as Bevan can keep his place on the penultimate lap of this one. The Ferrari is now going to use all that ERS that he saved to try and make that move, but it will not be enough. Like I said, there are some places that he's using ERS that is not helping him, and that's the problem here. Like, let's go back on his lap once again. He's using medium here, exactly what I mean. He should be on none here throughout this corner. There's no reason why he should be on medium. You come out here, you squirt a little bit, and he's still on medium. That is surely definitely not going to see him make the move. He should stick on none. Let's see. Let's see. Just stick on none throughout this. Moody pushing hard behind. You can clearly see Moody's pushing. Oh my days. Moody should just give it up. He's lost it. It's just he's had a good drive. He can just stick to the P6. A good points haul for Kick Sauber. But here we go again. Using that ERS, you're gonna have to save now. Get on none. There you go. Get on none. Get on WBA. Nope, he doesn't. He stays on medium. And if you stay on medium, you can see clearly he's not charged enough. He could have charged up to 6% there. He could have been on like 59 or something or 60. He's not using enough as Bevan is doing enough to keep him behind. Let's see if he does have the momentum on the final lap of this one. And we will see. Koenige isn't going to work. Game's just slowing him down. Yeah, let's see. The Ferrari now is going to have one more opportunity. Is he close to the McLaren this time around? Is he close enough? The McLaren is going to use all that ERS that he saved on that car. It's going to be the DRS and the ERS used on Ferrari. It's going to be gaining on that McLaren, but it's not enough. The McLaren can't keep him behind, and that surely we'll see Bevan get a P4 here. There's going to be one more opportunity down 130 yeah, and WBA has to do the ERS management has to be top notch here. He's keeping on none throughout these corners. There you go. That's better from WBA. Stay on none. Use a little bit of a squirt. Stay on none. He's doing it now. That's way better. See how much ERS he saved. 57% before he even gets into this corner. That's how important it is. Keep staying on none. 62, 63%. Use a little bit of a squirt here. Back on none. Save as much as you can. Head into this hairpin here. He's still on that medium. He's down to second gear like Dex said. Not good enough. He almost goes into the back of Bevan there. But now he's going to have the momentum. Still, can he save enough? Because he's going to have to blast it all heading down the straight. But Bevan, 76%. He's showing how to save ERS on the car. As now the Ferrari, he has only this, not close enough for sure. As Silky Stevens crosses the line to win in a very, very dominant display from the Visa. As Aha could take P2, Jaja certainly will take P3. WBA wasn't close enough to the McLaren, and it's a defensive masterclass from the McLaren of Bevan. And when he does cross the line, he will settle for P4. P5 for WBA. Good drive from him. Moody, a good recovery. Lost a lot of time at the end there. Oh, is that fuel? Lost giving the place to his teammates. He gives the place to his teammates. And that is just teammate work there to perfection. And a round of applause to Moody there for giving the place to his teammate. I don't know why he would do that. Could have just taken a P6, but his teammate is in a championship fight. And that is just very, very good from him. Iron Shin will take P8. P9 for Adam. Angry Badger P10. And the Red Bulls will round up the grid. The Red Bulls have had a sorrowful day today, but it's good on them to finish the race as Doggy will go straight there and will take the checkered flag. And that is that. Silky wins once again to extend his lead in the championship and to put one hand on that title. That is the second title almost sealed for Visa RB this season. The constructors looking like a bit of a struggle for them, but with 2 rounds to go, they will still not give it up for sure. Silky Stevens will celebrate and stand at the top of the podium. He's accompanied by the Ferrari of F1 Hack and Jaja being in a very, very good podium for both drivers. The Visa RB team celebrates because we all know that the champagne is going to taste the best in the Visa RB camp. Silky Stevens wins the Japanese Grand Prix. And that was a very good race from Tier 2. Very entertaining from the start. His TC is fucking him. Um, Trying to come out that corner in second gear with medium isn't going to work. Game's just slowing him down. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I don't really have sound, so I don't know if he had TC or not. I couldn't hear. See, that's the thing about TC. Like, you're gonna have to get off it at one point. Because there are some tracks that it doesn't help you. It doesn't help you at all. There are some tracks that it does help you, but there are a lot of tracks that it doesn't help you at all. And that's your finishing order. Let me get the race director because I remember someone asking for race director yesterday. So the comms guy is not obliged to get it for you. He just gets it. We just get it if we want to. And I decided to get it for the tier twos today. That is your finishing order, and that's the race. You don't need the sound to see TC. Yeah, you just need to see that the revs. Yeah, but I don't really look at the revs when I watch this guy's race. But if you're not doing comms and you're watching it, you can tell. Oh yeah, that was a good one. Well done for the Ferrari on his podium. Well done to the Williams on his podium, and well done to Silky on a race win. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm happy I had substituted in for no one. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Willie Fernandez, and we have been UFRL. We'll see you tomorrow for Tier 3 as Batman continues his championship pride in a championship that anyone could win in the top 6. That's sayonara, people. Good night and goodbye.